STDs are not like a thing with me. I don't have any. I don't contract any. I know it seems like I have a lot of sex, but I'm more of a choosy type of guy. But I've had STDs in the past.
Say what now? Because we thought this Chrisean and Blueface saga had already reached its final chapter, only for Chrisean to reopen the whole thing and drag him straight back into the spotlight. Word is, Blueface has apparently been carrying an STD ever since walking out of prison, and according to her, he passed it on to her without ever giving her a heads up. Almost like a calculated payback for leaving him while he was locked up. It's being painted as his sick way of guaranteeing she'd eventually spiral once she found out, and now it looks like that exact moment has arrived. And the burning question everyone's asking now is whether Blueface was actually the one responsible for giving Chrisean the chlamydia that later got passed down to their son. Christian Jr.
When you talk to baby, I promise you, allowed it. They was on some demonic stuff.
But rewind for a second. Because even before this latest drama surfaced, people were already questioning how Chrisean ended up catching something while pregnant, especially after her own sister Taryn called her out publicly for allegedly infecting her son with chlamydia. That whole feud reportedly started because Chrisean refused to pay Taryn for babysitting Christian Jr., and things escalated into a messy online back and forth where Taryn held nothing back. She claimed Chrisean was dealing with a chlamydia flare-up while pregnant, and that doctors advised a C-section to keep the baby safe. But Chrisean declined. Taryn questioned where her maternal instincts were in that moment, insisting that one simple decision could have spared Junior from the struggles he faces now. On top of that, Jade and Alexis also chimed in with her own shade, essentially blaming Chrisean entirely for her son's condition.
It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. You just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your motherly instincts didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your motherly instincts was at then?
Meanwhile, curiously, Blueface managed to stay completely out of the crossfire during all of this, even though Christian Jr. is undeniably his son. Chrisean was his girlfriend at the time, and he was present throughout her pregnancy. The reasoning people gave was that it couldn't fairly be pinned on him alone, since Chrisean was known to be out in the streets constantly, meaning she could have theoretically caught it from anyone. Fans pointed to her being seen partying, drinking, and smoking heavily while pregnant, despite repeated warnings. And to this day, she hasn't really disputed any of it. Then things got even more unsettling during a live stream, when viewers noticed Junior looking visibly unwell and even forcing himself to throw up. Instead of comforting him, Chrisean just turned his stroller away from the camera and carried on like nothing was happening. It was disturbing enough that fans actually requested a welfare check and slammed her online for appearing indifferent to her own child's well-being.
Tell us why the police showed up at Hair Queen LA. Because someone did an anonymous call. They're like, let's see the baby. The baby was smiling at them.
Yeah, it's basically a welfare check.
Yeah. I'm just getting stalked. But they were like, that's Blueface, baby. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, we keep getting calls about Blueface. He already getting called on, so, you know, like, but I think that's just y'all being weird.
Honestly, this might be the first time Chrisean supporters didn't just automatically defend her or frame her as the victim in every situation. But something clearly shifted in her too. It seems like she's finally reached her breaking point with constantly absorbing the blame while Blueface continues living freely, despite allegedly being the one who exposed her to an STD to begin with. And she's far from the first person to accuse him of this. Others have previously pointed out herpes-like bumps near his mouth, which he dismissed at the time as simply a keloid. Now, in the middle of all this chaos, his current girlfriend Nevaeh, who's heavily pregnant, reportedly saw the backlash online and urged him to finally get tested, especially after allegedly being warned by one of his past flings that she'd contracted something from him too. She wanted to protect herself and her unborn child, but Blueface allegedly shut the idea down completely. At this point, is anybody even surprised anymore?
It's better be here when I get back. Too. I'm done with him. Nasty ass. I don't want him, but it's the principal. This was recent. Just let you know. He fucks everyone raw.
I just
Then things escalated further when Blueface posted a photo of himself holding a plate, and fans instantly spotted what looked like STD-related marks on his fingers, once again pushing him to get checked. And once again, he brushed it off entirely. It's already widely known that Blueface has been linked to multiple women since leaving prison, but here's where it gets darker. Reports allege that while incarcerated, he was turned out, reportedly becoming a prison wife to one inmate and a prison husband to another, which means he could realistically have contracted something from almost anyone inside. And his continued refusal to get tested or treated makes him a genuine threat to anyone he becomes involved with. If he's willing to risk Nive's health while she's actively pregnant, it begs the question of whether he ever truly protected Chrisean during her own pregnancy. And because she was so consumed with holding onto her position as his girlfriend and staying one step ahead of Jaden, it likely never occurred to her that the same man she defended could carelessly endanger her and their son like that. The only reason she reportedly held it in for so long is because he acknowledged Christian Jr. as his son, and she kept hoping they'd eventually reconcile. But now, he's fully moved on, cutting both her and their son out of his life, only resurfacing when money is involved. Meanwhile, Chrisean is left carrying the full weight of raising their son alone, and anyone who understands raising a child with additional needs knows it's not just financially exhausting, it's emotionally and physically draining too. As for Neve, she may want to tread carefully because given his pattern, she could easily end up in Chrisean's exact position sooner than she thinks. People are also buzzing about this part specifically. He is probably scared of something coming back. Positive, he definitely needs to be getting checked regularly if he wants to sleep around with everybody and their boyfriends and mamas just because Blueface is honest. From the jump doesn't make it okay for him to act like this. It's weird, he has some type of hate for women. And ain't nothing cool about putting your unborn baby's health at risk of him, bro. I'm telling y'all, Blueface is a walking STD. But ultimately, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Chrisean is speaking out now purely to get revenge on Blueface since he's moved on with Neve? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later, baddies!